Hey up. So look what happened, all that positiveness, all that being happy. Look what you did. You kept it blue. Not even cloud seeding could stop it. It was inevitable. Cloud seeding, 0. Happy people, 1. Time for a title sequence. Welcome back everybody, and welcome back to a channel dedicated to the gentle life. I live on board with Levi and Diesel, my 2 dogs, and not forgetting of course, my beautiful wife. Living on board as we have now for these past 10 years, we are so happy to welcome you all back and for you to see what we've been up to, making improvements inside the boat.
Good job, Nige.
Yeah, alright.
No, yeah, you've done a good job. That's brilliant.
Feel the wind taking it.
Yeah, well, you've done it, so that's it.
I hope he's not one of these boaters that thinks, you know, you're not going to get it scratched. Oh, that's ready for some canal rash, that is. Hey, Trish, that's ready for some canal rash, that is. Canal rash. Pending. And what do we have here, I hear you ask? Well, this boat is being prepped. It's been brought out of the water here at the quay. It will go into dry dock. It will be double skinned with bitumen to protect the bottom of the boat, which boaters refer to as their roof, because that's the part of the boat that's in the water. Get yourself into the marina office just there. Prices are competitive. I do believe they're offering a half price deal in April 2025. Link in the description down below. You may not be able to hear that, but that's the sound of the engine going. So I've done a double check. I've checked the water, they checked the oil, checked the fuel, checked for any kind of discrepancies. Everything's running fine. I've had the engine running now for 30 minutes, probably 10 minutes longer than perhaps I should do really, but I've been talking to one of the other boaters and a really nice gentleman that's bought a boat just a few boats down, and he's absolutely over the moon. It's trad back, really nice boat, 57 foot, and needs a lot of work, but you can see from the gentleman that's bought it, there's a whole lot of love there already, and to see somebody that's proud of what they've just invested in because they're going to be living on board, I think that's quite something to look forward to seeing developed. And I shall be keeping a close eye on him. He came round and wanted some advice. He wasn't sure where the water inlet was and where the pump out was and those sorts of things, and I've just basically given him a tour of his own boat, and very appreciative of it he was too. So appreciative is the right word. So right, so for us, no more malingering, we're on our way. And in relation to useful tips, if you're going on your jollies or on your travels or cruising, make sure your kettles are full of water. Okay, make sure they're full of water, because my kettles sit on top of the log burner. Okay, so I hardly use any gas. And also just here, that's where the toilet cassette is, so that needs to be emptied. That's your last job before you go. I've also got a spare cassette. And last but not least, the water, to make sure, my engine's been on for half an hour, so now I've got piping hot water, by the way. Yeah, from the engine. The engine's heated up the water system. So that'll be piping hot, so that'll be a shower for me before we go. Fill up the water tank, brim it, and any other receptacles that you might have. Because you never know, you might get to a water point and it might not be working, so, or there may be some maintenance issue that you can't get to it, or it may simply be that many boats backed up to it, you just wouldn't have the time. So just little tips, things for you to bear in mind if you're going out cruising. Oh, and here's the other exciting thing. Quite simply, you've got everything you need on your boat, but if you're a leisure cruiser, I live aboard, so everything's on the boat. Just make sure that you've transferred everything from your vehicle, everything from whatever you've come to your boat in before you go. So just make sure you do those last minute checks, because the last thing you want is any kind of disappointment, because turning around would probably mean you might have to go about 4 or 5 miles to a winding hole or to a wider section of the canal. And you don't want to do that. Or do what I do, just moor up somewhere and just walk back to the marina. Might take you about 45 minutes, maybe a bit longer, depending on where you are. There you go. Useful tips or just nonsense, you decide. Anyway, I have questions. Tell me what you think. So my galley is a little bit, shall we say, lived in, used. It is, let's be honest, it's used. We've been on the boat a while now, so as you can expect, it's time for a change. But what's your opinion, right? Living on a boat, a liveaboard, perhaps you might be able to answer this better than anyone. Do you think going with a normal oven or just a double hob, just rather than a 4, with an air fryer? Because obviously I've got the slow cooker there. Do you think that's a good way to go? I've spoken to 3 boaters today, and 2 of the boaters who didn't have any interaction with each other both said air fryer straight away, and were almost identical conversations. So what do you think? That was a gentleman that lives on his own on his boat, and a new couple that have just bought a boat that have decided that the air fryer is the way to go, because, and as the single boat owner and the couple both identified, is that the cleaning products that you have to use for that, we live on the water, so if you're out on the cut, where is that waste going to go? Now, will people be throwing that into the canal? That's anybody's guess. Would I do that? No. But it is a bit of a conundrum, and you've got to save that water until you can get to an area where you can get rid of it safely. So I'm asking you, air fryer or oven on the boat? I'm thinking saving space. What do you think? Leave a comment below. Probably the first time you've ever commented on one of my videos. Probably the first time anybody's ever commented on my videos. But it's a good question, it's a useful one, and it's one that I'm considering. Oven versus air fryer. Tell me what you think. Short life blue coolant. Remind me at the end of the video, I've got to get some today. Anyway, we're off, we're out, and we're about. And we're not going far, we're probably going to do a couple of miles to start with, because it's the first time we've taken the boat out for a while at any great distance, and we are going to be out for quite some time. So hopefully you'll stay with us and for tips and clips. Don't forget as well to support me on Narrowboat Nige Clips, where I cover restoration videos and all sorts of argy-bargy stuff, you know, simple basic stuff that keeps us all happy. And the weather here in the early part of April 2025 is certainly to die for. Here we are, about to go into the lock. Just reverse back a little bit. Just waiting for the water level to rise sufficiently. There you go, look. Just there, look. There's Trish, look, with the windlass. Look at this old British Waterways boat, look at that. Beautiful. Steady, steady she goes. Just manipulate the tiller, what I like to call Victorian style, and straight into the lock. Bit of a wobbly camera, but I'm doing this one-handed. I'm not going mad, I'm taking it nice and slow. Beautiful, perfection. Go. No breeze, no wind, everything's still. No need to panic. Nice and steady. There you go. And all in an absolutely incredible location. Go. Don't get any more perfect than that, does it? Yeah, I know we're ready for blacking, Trish. Everything's been greased up, look. is it?
Yeah.
You've left the kettle on.
Yeah, well, it was taking it full, wasn't it?
I know what happened. You went on the phone, didn't you? Look at this.
I could do it whilst rain,
What could you do?
Dust it whilst rain.
I need to get in there for that kettle. Kettle! Boiling its head off it was. Boiling its head off. Sorted it. Get a cloth, she said. Oh, just clapped poor old Levi in the mouth with my knee. There's a staffy, you can take it. Oh, great, just smacked my head. Yeah, come on. Just belted my head.
Come on.
That. Just what are you doing that for?
He wants dusting.
Canal rash gets everywhere.
Wow, that is so nice.
Right, we're coming into Branston now. This is Branston Park. Let's see if we can find a mooring. I have a strong feeling that we won't. Well, as feelings go, I'm happy to say that I was completely wrong. Early morning and people are just stirring themselves up, turning the engines over for hot water. Just turning the engine over for 20 to 30 minutes just gives you the water at the right temperature for a shower. Some engines seem a lot noisier than others. My boat engine is very quiet. Don't forget your ball, Levi. Wow, 7:30 in the morning, it's so warm. I feel it on my legs. "48-hour moorings here." I really do like this place, Branston Water Park. Just love the way the light falls in the morning. How it ripples across the branches, the brash, the trees. So much to be thankful for being out here. It really is. I absolutely love it. Marina life, you know, if you're on a marina, you know, and you're just bobbing up and down, it just doesn't compare. It really doesn't. I mean, there's my home, look, through there. That's where I live. I live there, just temporarily, but in there, I live in there. So yeah, makes a heck of a difference. It really does. On mental and physical health, it's incredible. I love it. You could too. It's a great life. It's boat life. It's the gentle life, Levi. Like a loaded spring lock waiting for that ball to be thrown. Aren't you, mate? Hey? I'll take you out in a bit. Yeah. Drop that. Coiled spring lock, loaded lock. Look, look, look. Look at the intensity. Great.
He's from our marina.
That's right, Oasis, yeah. Just seen his wife walking up with a windlass and going to the lock, Tatton Hill Lock.
Yeah.
And yeah, brilliant. It's so cool. Wow. You don't get any better than this. Look, even this guy's chilled out. Look at that. Nuts. If you like what we're doing here, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you did this with your favourite narrowboating channel, I'm sure that they would appreciate it just as much as I do. Please like this video, share this video, hit the bell for notifications of future videos as they arrive on the channel, as inevitably they will. And please consider subscribing. It's free to do so.
14, 15, 16.
Right, well, that was a nice day. Look at that. It's time for a film now. We are going to watch Hidden Figures about 3 very intelligent women that helped with the space program. It's a film starring Kevin Costner.
Equilateral, rhombus,